Hello and welcome to the Work for Change podcast. I'm Jean, your host, spelled like Jean.
And I'm Sam.
Yeah, you're Sam.
I'm Sam.
You're not my brother at all.
No. Are you happy about that?
Not even a little bit like my brother. Welcome to episode 68 of the Work for Change podcast. It's an excited one. I'm excited to have you guys here, part of this journey. Why isn't my brother here? What's going on?
He left us for a week and is at Wadapalooza. Who knows when he's coming back?
I know. No,
literally. I asked him and he said, I don't know.
He's one of those people who he lets plans happen to him. It's not like he plans ahead. He's just like, things will happen. Things will work out.
And I'm a planner. And so I'm like, what time do you get back? And he is like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, what if we can pick you up from the airport? I need to know these things. I need to at least
I'll Uber.
Plan. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It works for him. It's got him. Look how far he's gotten in life. So, yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about this week. I have a specific subject that I want to talk about.
He's been talking about it all week.
No, I have not.
Yes, you have.
I've been talking about it. Yeah, I have. I have been talking about it all week. And this might be a shorter one, just so everyone knows. While my brother's out and me and Sam are taking the reins here in sunny San Diego.
Holding down the fort.
This is what you're going to get. Maybe like a shorter episode, but full of a lot more content.
Full of love.
Less distractions and and segues and offshoots and.
But don't worry, there will be analogies.
There will be. All right, so I want to talk about the balance or the pendulum of fitness is what I'm calling it.
Oh, that's a new name.
The pendulum of fitness. And it is a pendulum between grace and truth. So, you ready to get into this?
I'm ready. What do you have to tell us?
Okay, so in the fitness space, you have people who are really, really, really big on truth. Mm-hmm. And so what is truth? That's a deep question. What is truth?
What is truth?
And I'm not getting into that right now. But it is ruthless obedience to a program. Mm-hmm. That is what I am referring to in truth in this episode. So, what does ruthless obedience to a program would look like? Well, that's like someone saying like, "Oh no, my coach told me that I can't eat anything after 8 p.m."
Okay.
So I will never, ever, 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 ever eat anything no matter what happens. Let's just say I have a crazy work schedule and I don't get off until 7:59 and I just not have enough time to eat. Well, I guess I don't get to eat after 8 p.m. That's your personal trainer saying, hey, you need to have only 200 carbs. And so, 200 grams worth of carbs or whatever, which would be insane. But they say you can't go over that. And so you're stressing out because your really good friend at the office just retired, mm-hmm. and they have a cake celebrating them, and you're just like, I can't do it. I am not allowed to participate and celebrate with you in this awesome milestone because my fitness coach told me I can't go over 200 carbs.
Okay.
Another example is I have to work out every single day. And on Mondays, I do chest and try. And on Tuesdays, I do back and bi. And on Wednesdays, I skip leg day and I do something else. And it's like, no matter what, I have to follow the exact letter of the law that is written down. And so this workout says that I have to do back extension or cable pull down immediately after I do bent over rows, but the cable pull down machine is taken. So I have to just sit there and wait however long it takes until I do this thing versus I'll just go do this other movement and then come back to this. Mm-hmm. It is truth in this sense is letter of the law. No variance.
Okay.
Do you have any examples or situations that recalls for you?
Like an example from me?
Or just where do you think of? What do you think of when you hear that?
I think of diet. And but that was a good example for the gym because there has definitely been times where I've been following a program if it's not CrossFit And it's like you do this workout and then you do this and you superset it with this. And other gyms are so busy. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do? Should I just try to improvise like before I start CrossFit? So that's a good example. But I think of more diet for truth.
Okay. What do you think of?
Well, it brings me back to like my bikini days, you know, prepping.
Those are the days when you would wear a bikini every day.
I would wear a bikini every single day. Yeah.
And that was just like, hopefully you attract a mate.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a meal plan and I couldn't go off of that.
What happened in those times?
I literally did not hang out with anyone for like 6 months while I was prepping.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the end result is that you did a bikini show and you feel pretty confident about what you were able to present, right?
At the time, yeah.
Yeah. But
like,
do the ends justify the means kind of thing?
No, it's hard.
Yeah. And you, like there were, didn't you have like a friend who came home from Charleston or something and then you wouldn't, like, it was something like, your friend came home from Charleston.
Yeah.
And wanted In-N-Out.
Okay, yeah. So my friend was living in Charleston at the time, and she moved back, and it was like 2 weeks before my show. So this is different. It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still this example of truth. And she was like, I need In-N-Out. Like, we need to go to In-N-Out. And I'm like, so angry and hangry. And I was like, fine, let's go. And she literally got a double on fries, and I just sat and watched her eat it. But I was like, I can't eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's the hard thing because truth can get buried and misconstrued as just extreme discipline. And like again, for the more narrow you get in on a goal, like wanting to look good versus wanting to compete for a bikini competition are very different goals.
Yeah.
And they require different levels of dedication. I think where the issue runs into, so we were listening to this podcast, the WAG podcast, which we definitely recommend you listening to. It's very good.
Yeah.
And in this episode, there's one episode I was listening to. I don't know if you listened to it. I think we talked about it, where they were talking about like there's like level 1 and level 6, and like let's just say the level 1 goal is like I want to lose weight. Level 1 is like I just want to stop drinking soda.
They were saying like level 1 is you don't work out, you maybe have higher body fat percentage, you eat whatever you want. That's level 1. You're starting out. Level 6 is you are
like 8% body fat or 12% body fat for a girl. Like something like just
high level athlete.
Yeah.
Lean can be fitness like on a pedestal.
Yeah.
So that's like the level range.
Yeah, and so most people who take fitness pretty seriously fall within 3 and 4. They're not up in the 5s and 6s. They're not down at the 1s and 2s. And so a level 1, in order to get results, all they have to do is stop drinking soda. All they have to do is start going on walks. All they have to do is get a membership and go to the gym.
Yeah.
Even if they're not trying very hard. A level 6, if they stop drinking soda, like they should have already been there. Like that level would have already happened. Sugary, calorie rich beverages.
Yeah.
They're already going to the gym every single day. So the level of discipline necessary matters.
Yeah, everything matters because
you're at the top.
They're at the very top.
So I think if we're going to this is good for me. This is helping me process this. I think where truth or in discipline, where this what did I say? This ruthless obedience to a system, where it becomes a problem is you have level 1s and 2s putting rules on themselves that levels 5s and 6s put on themselves.
I think you should go back to that and go on to why grace is important.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm laying out truth right now. Okay. So, wow, great segue. Let's go into the next subject of grace.
Okay.
So, what I think grace is, if truth is ruthless obedience,
okay,
I think grace is oversaturated leniency.
Okay.
So, what does that look like? Well, a couple examples I have are, it doesn't matter that I skipped working out today. Whatever, it's fine. Feel good. I just wanted to eat some PB&Js and watch Schitt's Creek. All right. You know what? No one really needs to hold me accountable. I don't need to hold myself accountable. I know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's giving yourself a lot of grace. You know what? I'm just not feeling it today. I'm just, I'm not really that motivated. So I'm just going to kind of skip out.
Yeah.
What does that make you think of? What are some examples? If you had your examples for truth, what are these examples for grace for you?
From my point of view, it'd be like, oh, I meal prepped. That's what I do every week. Well, I'm just going to go out to eat. I don't need to eat what I meal prepped.
Uh-huh.
Or, oh, I slept in this morning. Or, John didn't wake me up.
Yeah. That happens sometimes.
Yes. I'll be like, oh, we slept in. I didn't make it to the gym. Well, that's okay. I'm just not going to go at all. That's how, I would think of it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Or even, the guy who's not eating the cake for truth.
Uh-huh.
Be like, well, yeah, I'll have a slice of cake. You know what? I'll have a couple slices. And you guys want to go out and get pizza and beer and ice cream after, too? Let's just go all out.
Yeah. Or it's like, that, hey, we're going to have this, you know what? We are going to have this anniversary or this retirement ceremony for you, celebration after work. So what I'll do is I'll try to make sure I rein in my diet. That's the good way. That's the probably healthy way. The balance between both is I'm going to go a little hard tonight for my friend. So I'm going to hold back a little bit during the rest of the day, which is totally fine and acceptable. Being too lenient would be like, hey, it's your day. Let's treat yourself. Mm-hmm. Do whatever you want to do all day. I'm in with you. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little too lenient. Of grace and truth, which one do you fall too hard on, typically?
I mean, I try to find a healthy medium.
But do you have when you are not being intentional and you are just living life, which one do you fall towards?
I think it's ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm I told myself I'm going to the gym 6 days this week. I'm making it happen. And then something comes up on Saturday that would have been my 6th day and I'm not able to make it. I'm no, I have to. And I'll
wake up at 4 a.m.
I'll make it at 4 a.m.
Stay up till midnight or something.
Yeah, and then it just is not a good idea because then I'm tired, I'm busy, whatever that day was, and then it just goes into the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll be like, nope, I can't go out with my friend. It's something happens in the middle of the week. We're like, hey, do you want to go out? I haven't seen you in a while. Do you want to get dinner? And I'm like, no, I can't make it. I already have a meal plan destined, that I made, or I have dinner plans that I already made for myself. I've done that before, and those are both examples for me. And then too much grace is, hey, I've been doing really good. Someone brought cookies to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that was you. You brought cookies.
Yeah. I'm I deserve them.
I brought the cookies. I will eat them.
And I'll be like, yeah, I'll eat a cookie. And then I'll be like, yeah, that was so good. Well, we should just go out to eat now, too.
Yeah.
And then I'll just keep it going. I'm like, well, I can have a little bit. I can treat myself, keep going. And so I think I'll go towards truth. And then I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of this. I'll go towards grace. And then it's grace. And then I'm like, okay, no, middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as time has gone through, I've gotten a little better.
Mm-hmm. I think people in the podcast will not be surprised at all which one I lean towards.
Truth.
Hard
isn't
truth.
It?
100%.
Yeah.
No, not a chance. I am so lenient. Even I lost 40 pounds. In my life. One time, a long time ago, about 5 years ago, I decided to get serious about my fitness and I lost 40 pounds. The way I did it was flexible dieting so that I could be as absolutely grace-filled and lenient as possible. Have as much pizza as I feel like I can while still losing weight. It was literally there are good ways to go about flexible dieting and macros, and there are bad ways. And I went the bad way. I just went the how much can I eat bad food, quote unquote. How about this? How much can I eat of nutrient devoid foods and still accomplish the goal of losing weight? And so I am hardcore lean, way too much on the grace side.
Jean confessed that he didn't eat vegetables until I came around.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't. Because I didn't have to. No one made me before.
That's so crazy.
And now you make me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you have spies at my work.
Yeah, I do. And
One
they
time,
tell me.
one time, I was like, I'm not feeling broccoli today. I threw it away.
That I slaved away over.
Yeah, I threw the broccoli away. It was still chicken and rice, but I threw the broccoli away because I didn't want it. And one of the ladies at work texted Sam saying I threw the broccoli away. And
With photo evidence.
And I've never been able to do it again. I've wanted to.
And I think it's important to, like...
Again, that's me leaning way too hard on the grace.
Yeah.
I don't need broccoli. I'm fine.
Where it's like, you need to find a good balance too, because it's like, Jean will lean all the way towards grace. And then it's like, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to be like, no, we have a meal plan. And then if I want to fall off, he's like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Chipotle?
Yeah. Which we're going to after this.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
But I planned that ahead of time.
I know. I need to be, like, I for sure in my life need to work more towards the truth, the ruthless obedience. Because I definitely lean towards the grace way too much. And I do believe that it's an 80-20 rule for most of the time. Like, you do need to give yourself, it's not you become a legalist with it. But like, if it was easy, everyone would do it. But the current, we are swimming against a current. Mm-hmm. We are. In order to be healthy in America or wherever you are listening to this, the current is to make you unhealthy. Mm-hmm. You have to swim against the current. So there is an element where you have to put in the hard work, but it's not all hard work. There are times where you do get to just enjoy and relax.
Well, like, I knew we were going to Chipotle tonight, so I had a salad for lunch.
Uh-huh.
What?
I did not.
Yeah, I know you didn't. But how are you going to find a better balance? Because I think it looks different than the way I do it.
Well, I think I'm more willing to... I don't know. I was going to say I'm more willing to do less meals if it means... Yeah, I am. If I know that, like, if I eat a little bit less, I get Chipotle tonight, that works for me. So I'll just, like, do smaller portions.
Of the same type of food you'd be eating anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that keeps me happy.
Okay.
As long as
we do not want you hangry.
I don't do well with restriction. As soon as you tell me I can't do something, that is my green light to do it.
Yeah, if someone tells me I can't do something, I'm like, okay, I will never do it again.
But it's like, even if I tell myself I can't do something, that is my green light to now do it. I rebel against myself. I am the king of self-sabotage. It drives me crazy.
Everyone should feel for me.
It's true. Self-sabotage is relationship sabotage.
Yeah.
Self-sabotage is Sam sabotage.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can we tie all this together in a nice little bow? Mm-hmm. There's one more element. There's grace, there's truth, and then there's time.
Ooh, time.
There's good time and there's bad time. Good time, you pay me $5. No. Okay, so bad time. Time happens, always, forever. Time happens. It just happens. You do nothing about it, it still happens. You work really, really, really hard, the same amount of time happened.
What's the saying? It's like, the days are short. The days are long. The years are short.
Or something like that.
That's how I feel like the last couple years have been. Like, when you get older, it's like, oh my gosh, is it Friday yet? It's only Tuesday. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's already 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's not really the best example, but yes.
It's already 2020.
I get what yeah, time happens. So, no matter what, barring death, you're going to look back a year from now at this day.
Okay.
You are. You're going to look back and be like, oh, a year ago. Facebook or Time Hop or Instagram will give you a memory of this day.
Yeah, I love it.
Assuming you posted something or took a picture.
Probably did.
Or did, yeah. So you will look back on this day. Now, you can look back and go, man, what have I done? Mm-hmm. Who have I become? What have I put myself into? Or you can look back and be like, wow, I'm really proud of the progress I made. Regardless, time will pass. And you have the opportunity to dictate how you feel in 1 year. So, what is bad time? Well, Bad time is, let's just say that you go like, hey, you know what? Every Sunday night, I'm really tired. The only thing I want to do is go to the Mexican shop, which if you don't have Mexican food by you, I'm really sorry. But also it's probably for the best because it's not really brought any good health in my life. But, you know, I'm really tired. I just get a big, huge plate of carne asada fries and I just eat it with my 2 liter of soda, which I would do.
Are you
in the
saying
past.
a memory?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Very sad. Lonely memories.
Hey, you're not lonely.
Okay, so if the time will pass and every Sunday, if you just keep that habit going in a year, that's going to be like, that adds up. 52 plates of carne asada fries.
That's kind of like 40 pizzas in
40
30 days.
pizzas in 30 days. But that adds up. But what is good time? Well, that's working on your weaknesses. That's saying, hey, when I typically do this, when I feel this way, I do this. So instead of when I feel this way doing this, when I feel this way, I will put this new trigger. So whatever it's like, I really enjoy soda. So when I'm craving a soda, I'm going to get a diet soda. When I'm craving a soda, I'm going to get some bubbly water. I'm going to do something like that. It's like, the trigger won't change. The trigger will be there. And that's like a lot of times with like addicts.
Well, even back to you're tired on Sunday night and you're going to get Mexican food. Well, if you know you're tired every Sunday night because maybe like Sundays are your busy day, be like, hey, I'm going to have this meal prepared in my freezer and my fridge ready. And then because you have time, if you throw in that Mexican food every now and then, well, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying give up Mexican food. Trust me.
Yeah, don't give up
I
Mexican
had that.
food.
That was my lunch. It was a California burrito, which is a carne asada burrito with French fries in it.
Yeah,
if you
I had
guys
a salad.
don't know, if you guys don't know the glorious beauty of a California burrito. Okay, so it's working on your weaknesses. It's understanding why you feel a certain way and what your habits are when you feel that way. Like I was saying, like with addicts, like triggers are there. Triggers are there, 100%. You get triggered, you feel a certain way. You can do what you've always done, or you can be like, no, I'm now going to do this instead, and give yourself a little reward for that. Your body likes to be rewarded. So if it's like, hey, instead of Mexican food, I'm going to get Chipotle, which is still Mexican food, but a little healthier. And if you don't have a Chipotle by you, I apologize, but maybe you have like a Qdoba or a Freebirds. Or,
I haven't been to either.
Yeah, you can have one of those. All right, cool. Treat yourself. Give yourself like buy like a $5 thing on Amazon. Treat yourself, whatever. What that's going to do is that's going to release those endorphins in you. You're going to be happy, proud of yourself. And then the next time you have that trigger, you go, no, here's what I'm going to do. Do, reward, repeat. That's just an example. It was an example that I thought of on the fly. So if it was terrible, whatever. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
Another thing could be learning your body.
Yeah.
Because ever since I started CrossFit, I've had terrible ankle mobility. Not because of CrossFit, but just as soon as I started CrossFit, I now realized that there was a need for ankle mobility, which I never knew I needed before. And for the past 3 years, I really haven't done that much about my ankle mobility. So nonetheless, 3 years have passed and my ankle mobility is still terrible. So what can I do to change that? Well, if I start doing 5 minutes of ankle mobility a day, I don't know, do a stretch and then just focus on that for a year. My ankle mobility will be drastically different than it was at this time last year. So it's just like realizing that time is going to pass. And so if you are focusing on these habits, if you are focusing on doing these good things, these nice things, these whatever, time will pass and you will look back and you will see how you have changed. And either it will be like, wow, I'm really proud of myself. Or it'll be like, dang it, another year.
Yeah. So do you have a goal?
For a year from now?
Yeah. You're just talking about your ankle.
Yeah, I mean, I am trying to focus on mobility. I think right now I'm trying to focus on my back.
Okay.
I did set up a doctor's appointment to get a referral for a physical therapist.
Finally.
I know. So it's like I'm like taking this into heart. I'm like, okay, well, what's the first step? I just called the physical therapist. I'm like, hey, can I come in? They're like, you need a referral from a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang it. And so then I had to go then I tried to email the doctor. I'm like, hey, give me a referral. He's like, it doesn't work like that. You have to come in. Okay, fine. Let me come in. Oh, I don't have an appointment for the next week. Okay, fine. So now I finally have a appointment to talk to my doctor to hopefully give me a referral to see a physical therapist. But I am finally starting that process.
Taking the first steps.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Exactly. What about you? You got some stuff written down.
Don't be looking at my notes.
I see notes. I'm the note taker
I was
normally.
thinking, when you were talking about the time analogy and all that stuff, I was trying to think of, like, my good times, like...
Hey. $5?
Yeah. I was like, okay, where was I a year ago? And so, like, a year and a half ago, I was like, you know what? I really want to focus on getting stronger. I've probably mentioned it multiple times on the podcast, too.
Yeah.
I want to focus on getting stronger. I want my lifts to go up. All that stuff. So I really made that a priority, I feel like, in the past year, and I'm kind of proud of myself. Like, all my memories on Instagram and Facebook and Time Hop, they come back, and it's like, oh, clean PR. And now it's like 20 pounds over that now, you know? I'm like, awesome. I've really, like, gotten stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better, more confident with all these lifts. And then I was, like, talking to our friends who came over for dinner the other day, and I was telling them, like, I feel really good about that. But I feel like all the CrossFit Metcons I do, I'm not, like, I haven't put my focus on that anymore. So I, like, kind of felt discouraged. And they were like, no, but your goal, like, you met your goal. You focused on your lifts. And I was like, you're right. Okay, well, now I'm going to focus a little bit more on the Metcons, on capacity, on, you know, working hard. Like, when I want to set that barbell down and chalk up, and when... like air squats and I want to go to the chalk bucket.
Yeah,
like,
every
which
time.
I am notorious for. That I'm like, no, I'm going to start working on that.
Or tightening your belt.
Yeah, or tying my shoe.
Yeah. All of them. All the things. Or walking around.
Or putting my hair in a different ponytail.
Yeah.
I'm notorious for that. So, on all of the above.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm gonna focus a little bit more on that now. You know? And so I'm like, that's so cool. Like, you can always... change the direction of where you want to go and focus on different things, and you can look back and see if you achieved them or not.
Yeah. You want to know what my goal is? We were talking about it in the car.
What?
So you already know it because I already told you about it, but I'm going to act like you don't know it so that the people in the podcast
well, I don't remember, so
can listen to it. Here's my goal, and we might do a whole episode on it in the future, or at least something along those lines. I have decided to follow Jesus.
I knew you were going to do that.
I have decided that I want to see how fit I can get. Fitness level, body composition, all that. Mm-hmm. I want to see how fit can I get off of 1 hour a day of training, which is my standard CrossFit class.
Okay.
Some accessory work, which could be like the WOD prep courses that we were talking about in an earlier episode. Where it's like 15 minutes. It's like 15 minutes a day of doing a specific exercise.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Not like I'm doing like Misfit programming. R.I.P. Jean doing Misfit.
Yeah.
For 3 months. Or like me doing another whole thing of programming. But just
it's very easy to add
some
into.
accessory work that anyone could do. I'm just happen to follow a specific course, but it'd be the same as if I were to be like, I'm going to work on double unders for the next 8 weeks. You know, like, so an hour a day of fitness, one accessory thing a week, whatever. And then like dialed in nutrition, which you and I are about to get real serious on.
Yep.
Starting in March. We don't want to do February yet.
Yeah.
So how fit can I get with 1 hour CrossFit, some accessory work, and my dialed in nutrition? And I just want to see what happens. And so it's not really a goal, it's more of an experiment. Yeah. But I'm really excited about it because that is something that anyone can do.
Well, now you're held accountable by all of us.
Well, I've told stuff to the podcast before that I've completely not followed through on.
Yes, but you're a new man now.
I'm a new man.
You're a coach now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the reason I want to do it, is because if I'm going to coach people and say, hey, you should do this.
And you're not doing it.
You should just come in for an hour a day and dial in nutrition. You'll be fit. Yeah. And I'm like, you know, spending 3 hours in the gym and eating whatever I want, which I'm not spending 3 hours in the gym. I am eating whatever I want.
Yeah. We know.
Yeah. But like, if I'm telling someone, oh, just do this, and I'm not following it, like, bullcrap.
Yeah.
Who cares? Why should I listen to you? So that is part of the impetus behind it, is like, if I believe that off an hour a day, working on your weaknesses and dialed in nutrition, that you can be better than you ever thought you would be.
So you're going to have to add a little bit of truth into your...
I have to add some truth.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I have to add some ruthless obedience, even when I don't feel like it. So I guess that's the takeaway. But do you have a takeaway?
No, I'm excited for this.
I know. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
What's that? What? Oh, it's... what could I say except you're welcome. Don't mess with Maui when he's on the takeaway. The tattoo's a hero on the skin.
I fell asleep during Moana, so I'm sorry.
Our attachment to the victories I win.
Okay.
Look at me. All right. Well, that was the episode. A short one, but we hope you guys enjoy it. Talking about the dichotomy, the tension between grace and truth, and the thing that ties it all together.
Time.
Time
is on your side, everybody.
Or it's against you.
It's on their side.
Nationwide. Peace.
Okay, bye.